Alright, I'm trying a new recipe because I have some leftover potatoes that I need to cook, and I was missing one of the ingredients that I needed, which was bacon. I didn't realize I was out of bacon, so I'm going to try a new recipe. I've got potatoes I need to cook, and I've got some chicken that I can use. So I'm going to go ahead and scrub these potatoes. I got a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to scrub them, and then I'm going to cut them into cubes. I think I'm going to leave the skin on. I think that would be, I'm not sure. I'll decide once I see what these are kind of rolled potatoes. So let me just go ahead and scrub them. Yeah, because if you're going to leave the skin on, it's kind of a good idea to scrub them. So let's see. I've got to see if they look like they'll be good with the skin on. Yeah, I think this might work. Let me just put it in here. Yeah, so if this recipe is good, I'll post it at YouTube. If not, then I'll wait till I perfect it. I've had a couple recipes where I've had to, fine-tune them before I posted them at YouTube. We'll see how this goes. I'm basing this on an old Cuban recipe that I made using chicken, potatoes, onions, garlic, and wine. So, okay. You know, these potatoes actually look like they might work good with the skin on, so we shall see. Okay, let me just go ahead and I've got a bunch of potatoes that I need to do this to. Let's just go ahead and work on that right now. Okay, here's what I have washed thus far. And now I'm going to cube these, and I'm going to look at them and decide whether or not I'm going to keep the skin on. Okay, I'm going to be investigating these potatoes and see if I need to peel them, because they're kind of old. This is the acid test, this one right here. Let me just, they need to be cubed. Actually, they don't look too bad. I think I might cut that off, though. I'm going to cut that in. It looks kind of, it's not too bad, actually. This is the worst one. If this one's passed, I mean, I already scrubbed them, so take a look at this. Not bad. Looks like I can leave the skins on. Let me see what size cubes. Doesn't really say what size cubes. I got this recipe online. I'm kind of like ad-libbing here. Diced, cubed. It just says cubed. I guess I'll just use my common sense. Probably go with, let's see. Put this over on this side. About like that. That should work. They don't have to be perfectly cubed, you know. Stick them in here. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So we'll just go ahead and yeah, that looks like a good size right there. So we'll go around. This is the worst potato, and it's not looking too bad, so I'm going to leave the skins on. Yeah, this should work. We'll go like this. These are old potatoes, but I stored them in a brown paper bag, so they lasted quite a while. Okay, I've got more potatoes to do. And I'm also thawing out some more chicken, because this is not going to be enough, because I'll be adding carrots to this too. So let me just go ahead and cube up all the potatoes, and then we'll go to the next step. There are the potatoes. I have them stored in water so they don't turn brown on me, because now I need to prepare the carrots. Okay, I've got some carrots here. I need to roughly chop them. I'm going to take the skins off because some of these look a little nasty. Let me put the potatoes over this way. So let me just go ahead and, yeah, we'll go ahead and take the skins off of these things and roughly chop them. So I will do that next. Okay, what I'm going to do now is chop up the carrots. I'm already kind of roughly chopped them, and then I'll stick them in here. So, yeah. The recipe says to roughly chop them. So I'll probably go something like this, you know. Yeah, this is good. And I'll just throw them all in there. And I'll be doing this for the rest of the carrots. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, just throw them. See, I'm throwing them all in there. So let's just go ahead and finish that up. I have some garlic infused olive oil in this pan. And I have sprinkled salt and pepper on the chicken. You can't see that very well, but yeah, I did that. Okay. Let's just go ahead and just kind of spread this down. This is garlic infused olive oil. Because the recipe does call for garlic, but I usually just use garlic. I'm still kind of cooking low FODMAP, you know. I'm used to doing it that way. Lori McBride uses her mites to give me problems with garlic and onions, so I've gotten in the habit of doing that. Just spread the oil around. Medium heat. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, the recipe says season the chicken thighs well with salt and pepper. I'm using thighs and legs. I'm not following the recipe exactly. Heat a 10 to 12 inch cast iron skillet. This is bigger than that because I've doubled the recipe basically. Over medium heat and grease with garlic infused olive oil. Once hot, add the chicken thighs and cook for 6 to 7 minutes per side until cooked through. Set aside on a plate or cutting board. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add that in there. Still kind of frozen some of this, so I might have to do it longer than 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm using a bigger pan than the recipe says because I'm doubling the recipe because I have a lot of potatoes that I need to cook. What happened was last time I went to the grocery store, they only had the big bag of red potatoes, and the potatoes in the bin didn't look very good, so I bought the big bag. And so now I need to use them all up because I don't like to waste food. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cook 6 to 7 minutes on one side, flip it over 6 to 7 minutes the other side until the chicken is done. I actually sprinkled a little bit more salt and pepper on there. And yeah, let's continue cooking. The recipe doesn't say to do so, but I'm going to cover it to speed up the cooking because that's going to retain heat better. And because the chickens were kind of partially frozen when I stuck them in there. Okay, took the cover off, and I'm checking it. Yeah, that's a good way to. I'm flipping the chicken. For this recipe, it needs to be pretty much cooked before I take it out, because we're going to end up taking the chicken out and then throwing in the carrots and the potatoes. But, geez, let's go ahead and get this here. Okay, yeah, still, it needs to be cooked before I take it out of here. Okay. Now the recipe says that I actually take the meat off the bones, but I love the taste of bones in my recipe. So I'm going to take the meat off the bones, then I'm going to leave the bones in. The recipe's kind of gentle. I'm kind of going with my gut. So let's go ahead and cover this up again and let it cook some more. Okay, it looks like the chicken is done. I just checked. So let's go ahead and take it out so we can prepare for the next step. And when I take it out, I'll take some of the meat off of the bones and chop it up into smaller pieces like the recipe says. Let's get it all out of here. pretty much done. Not completely, but it's probably going to cook some more when I put it back in here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this over here. The recipe now says add 2 tablespoons butter to the pan. I think I'm going to just stick with garlic infused olive oil. Simply, actually it doesn't look like I need to add it much. I'll just put a little bit of olive. That's garlic infused olive oil. Okay. Garlic and olive oil is a good butter substitute. I like the taste of olive oil. Okay, once melted, slightly reduce heat and add onions, garlic if using, carrots, and potatoes. Okay. Carrots. Potatoes. I got a lot of potatoes here. Let's get the water out. Yeah, I just stored the potatoes in water simply because I didn't want them to brown on me. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have to, definitely going to have to take the meat off the bone. There just isn't going to be room in here. I can see that. So I will go ahead and follow the recipe on this one. And then some onions. Let's see, the recipe calls for, let's see, 1/3 cup diced onions. I'll probably put in about 2/3 cup because I'm doubling the recipe. And I use the, yeah, I'll just kind of guesstimate here. That'll give it a nice flavor. That's good. All right. So let's go ahead and then it says to add some salt and pepper. Let me see here. I might have to cook this in 2 batches. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay. Season with salt and pepper and give everything a good stirring to coat. So. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, let me just go ahead and yeah, I'm going to definitely have to take the chicken off the bones or there's just not going to be room. I've got the bones flavor in the oil, so it'll still be good. Yep. This looks like it's going to be good, though. Yeah. Like this. All right, let me go check here. All right. Oh dear. Okay. Allow to cook, stirring occasionally for 5 minutes. While cooking, roughly chop the chicken thighs into more bite-sized pieces. So, and keep it covered. So let's just go ahead and cook that. Okay. While that has been cooking, I have chopped up the chicken. It's not fully cooked, but I'll be able to solve this problem, so let's just go ahead. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup dry white wine. I'm going to use 2/3 cup. This isn't exactly dry white wine, but this is what I used. 2/3 cup. Yeah, this will work. Wine is what makes this recipe, so let's just go ahead and add that in there. Yep, I've kind of made something similar to this once before. The wine's very important. Okay, so we added the wine and allow to cook down for 2 minutes and stir in the broth. What I'm going to use, the recipe call, I'm going to use 2 cups of broth. Let's see here. My own homemade broth here. 2 cups of broth. And I'm not going to use milk. I don't have cream, so I'm going to use broth instead. Actually, I might not follow. This will work. Doesn't have to be exactly like the recipe. There, that'll work. Okay. That will work. Okay. Now, I have a feeling this is going to be really good. Okay, let's just go ahead and my own homemade broth. I got to get it so it fits the pan too, you know. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay. Oh, cornstarch. Yeah, we'll put in some. Let's see, about a tablespoon. You know what? I need to mix it in with some broth. That's what I'll do. In Chinese cooking, that you need to kind of mix the cornstarch together, you know. Let me see if I can show that to you. See that? Yeah, I'm going to kind of like squish that, get it mixed up real good here. Using a fork. And then I'm going to throw this in there. It's about approximately a tablespoon and a half, so we'll go ahead and throw that in there. That'll make a nice sauce. Borrowing principles of Chinese cooking for this. This is kind of like a modification of a Cuban dish that I used to love in Florida. The Cuban dish didn't have carrots in it, but I have some carrots I need to use, so this recipe is perfect, you know. Okay, let's go ahead and this actually looks like it's going to be really good. You see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to publish the recipe, but, you know, I can do it later when Zach gets my website up, because it's not up right now. Okay, stir in the broth, heavy cream, cornstarch, stir until the cornstarch. Okay, okay, add the chicken thigh pieces back to the pan along with Italian seasoning and thyme. Let's see if I can do this without the pan overflowing. This is going to be something, man. This is going to be something. It doesn't say to cover it, so maybe I'll... Of course, the cover... Oh my goodness, Lord. Said, you're making enough food for an army, I know. I can see that. Your pan ain't gonna be big enough. Well, let's see here. Okay, Lord, how do I finagle this? I think I'll be able to do this. I actually do need to go grocery shopping, but I didn't want to waste these potatoes. And I was going to make German potato salad, and I realized I didn't buy enough bacon. See, it looks like you're going to... Yeah, this is going to be a tight fit here. Actually, once I cover it, then it's probably going to be fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Let me see. Well, let me see what else that is covering. It'll be kind of like steaming it, you know. Oh, I need to add Italian seasoning. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, okay. Italian seasoning. How much Italian seasoning? About a teaspoon. I'm just going to guesstimate here. Guesstimate about a teaspoon. You know what? I probably should measure this. Actually, I have another one, don't I? Let's see. Do I have any more Italian seasoning? We'll put in The Italian seasoning will give it a nice flavor, so we'll put in about maybe about 2 teaspoons about, let's see. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm omitting the thyme. I actually kind of like the flavor of Italian seasoning. I'm not sure that I want to put in the thyme. All right. Ah, man, some of this liquid landed on me. Okay, that's enough. I quit. I'm just going to go ahead and steam it. Man, some of that hot liquid got landed on my leg. Probably a Lori McBride trick. Okay, let's go ahead and cover it up. Then we need to cook it for about 20 minutes. Let's go this way. Yep, for about 20 minutes. Let's lower the heat a bit. Hi, you guys. This is actually a day late, but I tried this for the hangout and it was absolutely delicious. But let me just try it again. It turned out really good. That was good. Here's what it looks like. Can you see that? There it is. It's really good. I need to cook it a little bit more. This is leftovers. Let me see if I can try to get better lighting. This is there it is. See if I can get it down this way. There you go. It's good. Really good. Yeah. It has a nice homemade taste to it. And I'm wearing all of Brent Spiner's jewelry, by the way. His engagement ring. Isn't that beautiful? Let me see if we can see it. Right there. Oh, yeah, I have a different, isn't that beautiful? I know this is a cooking video, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. This is all the jewelry he got me. He has such good taste in jewelry. Anyways, it came out really good. America.